Why endless graphics? There's 20 important reasons to choose endless graphics. Let's pose a few questions. The endless theorem. Is it impossible or too much to expect to find a reliable design firm that creatively combined advanced contemporary marketing with good content and script writing, with good videography and still photography, with world-class graphics, with seamless music tracks, with unique SEO placement and wide social exposure? In-depth requirements interview and discovery. You can pay anyone for your project and hope and pray for the results you have in mind. But will they take the time to interview you with a free marketing questionnaire to discover your specific requirements and high hopes for the outcome of the project? Detailed written contract. Multi-million-dollar deals are abbreviated on a napkin with just a handshake. But is that enough? Does that nail down and remove the vague unknowns for what you need and what the designer is intending to give you? Does that account for the inevitable unpredictable things and what ifs? Shouldn't you get the details fully spelled out in a properly written contract? Vast portfolio. Any charlatan can show you a few designs that he didn't do in the first place and call it a portfolio. But does he come with the honesty and experience of almost 40 years and 2,000 plus projects with successful results and strategic design savvy that's based on time-proven marketing methods? Impactful videos and video presentations. Any noob with hundreds of free software can slap together what they call a video. But is that specifically designed for your target audience? Does it memorably convey your intended message? Does it follow good research and survey tabulation or target audience? Have a well-written script? Include clear, intelligible narration and graphic elements that illustrate the finer details? The ooh factor. We survey our work before we demo the client. That tells us if we're on the right track. Then the client. It's funny, but we always present our designs to the client for demo with the client on the phone, if not present, to get their initial reaction. Typically, clients express an initial, ooh, nice, very nice. We call that the ooh factor, and we live for that. 4 people to please. In any project, we have 4 people to please. Once we're satisfied with the adequate quality, we want to please you, the client. Then, of equal or greater importance, really, your buyers. Then, of course, the project requirements, such as SEO requirements, correct duration time, YouTube requirements, etc., etc., etc. Strategic design and knowing what constitutes actual good design. Any cretin with Photoshop or GIMP or even Windows Paint can design a logo and call it whatever, but is that really a well thought out corporate identity? Or did he just copy some clip art for you? That same cretin can design a whole pile of disjointed promo, but is that really an integrated marketing promo campaign? Workable established procedures, standard project approach. Clients all too often don't have any or sufficient or final or optimized content materials, and that's understandable. But at the same time, how can a designer create around missing content? Especially for a video project, for example. Wouldn't it be logical to gather the content materials first, then plan things out, then get to work on design? Collaboration and agility, flexibility in design results. Any designer can work up designs and charge more when you don't like them or need corrections. But is that good business? No, it's not always feasible to show design work in its earliest stages of progress. But once a project concept or demonstrable version is submitted, shouldn't you be able to request some changes without more and more unfair charges? Admirable characteristics. What do you look for in a graphic design team and a confident working relationship? Probably someone who won't take 5 months for a simple project or just run off with your money, right? How about written, signed contracts detailing the project scope? How about competitive and affordable pricing? How about having well-organized established procedures that actually get things done? How about the patience to walk the client through every step and answer the dumbest questions along the way? Genius qualities. Well, what about the many other characteristics that make for a good working relationship and an innovative partner in collaboration? Awareness of current trends, courage to face new challenges of clients and projects and ability to adapt to changing circumstances, knowledge, experience, and real-world savvy, ability to communicate well, get ideas across and explain any aspect of the project, having creativity and imagination above all else, versatility of design styles. Isn't it great when you find a designer with a certain style you like? But doesn't it suck when that same designer can't step outside his little boundaries of routine design style and falls flat when you need him to create in a different style? Then what? Look for another designer altogether? That's lost time, risk of poor result, no longevity of trust. It just sucks. A serious sense of humor. Ah yes, the dog that bites the hand that feeds him, the sexless marriage, the remarriage after divorce, the fire station that burns to the ground, McDonald's official health warning against eating McDonald's burgers and fries. Smartphones we invented, we find smarter than us. But shouldn't we see humor in life's little ironies? Ensuring to fulfill client expectations. Most lazy designers will ignore the problem when the client wants the sun, moon, and stars from their project of too little budget. But where's the fine line between the client's overly high expectations and the designer's quest for easy money and less work? Shouldn't the designer take the time to get the client's influences before the project design is started in earnest? Meeting deadlines and overdue project client communications. The client wants it yesterday, and ideally the project turnaround should always arrive within reasonable or even urgent time frame, right? If the project is taking longer than expected for whatever reason, then shouldn't the designer stay in touch with the client and keep him informed as to the status and estimated delivery date? Swift, smooth conflict resolution. We design and then submit for client approval. Always. We make corrections as the client requests of us. But if the works are rejected for any reason, or if there are technical issues for another example, then we endeavor to rectify the issues swiftly and smoothly. Follow-up and client satisfaction. After the project is done, we might ask for feedback, such as how did the project go? Were you satisfied with the results? Is the project pulling revenue as you hoped? Or the classic, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend us, etc. Longevity of client relationships. Did you know our clients remain with us for years on end and will call us out of the blue after years of the client's project being done? Don't you think that says a lot about any company, not just Endless Graphics? Cost-effective and greater returns on promotional investment. Most importantly, will it be worth the money you spend? Sure, it costs to create promo and good videos, but it's not the money you lose, but the money you don't make that's always the greater loss. On average, our clients realize more than approximately 10 times their investment in our services. Isn't that worth the money you might spend? Name dropping. If our hundreds of clientele have included Kurzweil Music Systems, Comfort Keepers, Unicity, Earthlink, IP Dynamics, Jantech, Boone's Animals for Hollywood, Sunrise Aviation, Ronco Products, Gerard Roofing Technologies, Software Shelf International, Terracal Construction, and many more, shouldn't you?